Have you heard of iMessages? Today in the New York Times, there was an article extolling the virtues of iMessages. Well, iMessages are better than criticism and contempt and all those four horsemen that John Gottman talks about. They're better than yelling at their partner, and I am not a big fan of them. So I'm going to tell you the three reasons why I don't believe that iMessages are the most effective way to communicate with your partner. And I'll talk about what I like to do instead, which is something called an impact statement. So what is an iMessage? There's a number of different formats, but one of the typical ones, and the one discussed in the Times article, is I feel X when you do Y. And sometimes it can be expanded by, I feel X when you do Y, and I want you to do Z. For example, the example they give is, I guess a woman's talking to her husband, or they didn't really specify, but let's assume that's the case. And the iMessage, and he's looking at his phone instead of listening to her. So the iMessage that they say this is great is, I feel frustrated when I'm talking to you and you look at your phone. Not bad, better than, put that effing phone down and listen to me. But not ideal. Okay, so what is the first problem that I have with that? The first is I feel when you do X. What does that do? That says that you are responsible for my feelings. You made me feel this way. I mean, even though you're not expressing it, it's like, when you do this, I feel that. Well, the way it expresses there is it's saying, okay, you have made me feel frustrated. And the thing is that you may think that somebody can make you feel something, but the problem is they can't. Nobody can make you feel anything. So the first problem that I have with iMessages is that they imply that the other person can make you feel something. So what's my second complaint about iMessages? Well, as I like to keep the pronouns pure. And what do I mean by that? If I'm expressing my needs, I only use the pronoun I, never the pronoun you. So when I feel frustrated when you, bang, no you, take the you out. And finally, well, at least in this abbreviated one, it's like, okay, well, so what? So you feel frustrated. What am I supposed to do about it? So part A is you're not really expressing your need. You're only kind of implying it. And in a way, if you think about it, that's a little bit passive aggressive. Now, if you continue it with it, I need you to put down your phone when I'm talking to you. Okay, so all right, that's expressing your need in clear ways. What's the problem with that? The problem with that is that you're telling the other person what to do. Now here's the thing. If you have a wonderful, loving relationship, and no matter how wonderful it is, nobody likes to be told what to do. Nobody. Not from 2 years old when we would throw a tantrum if we had to go to bed on time or eat our vegetables, to an adult. Nobody likes to be told what to do. And so just adding that expression of your need tells the other person what to do. So what's the antidote to that? So that's why I'm not a fan of iMessages. They implicitly blame the other person for their feelings. They either don't express their need clearly, or if they do it in a judgmental way. So what's the antidote to that? The antidote is what I call an impact statement. An impact statement, like an iMessage, has 3 parts. But the first part is to describe the situation in a way which is completely objective. That is, if a video camera were taking, we're recording this, what would it see? What would it hear? So in this situation, I would start with, I notice that as I'm speaking, that the phone is being looked at. Now, notice that I didn't use the word you, but I still made it clear. Now, unless your partner is very obtuse, they'll know exactly what you're talking about. But I'm still not using the when you, because that, in fact, as the article points out, using the phrase when you is immediately puts up somebody's defenses. And the thing is that I'm not making any judgment about it. I'm simply stating the facts, man. Okay, that now the second is the impact. That's what causes the impact statement, gives the impact statement its name. So what is the impact on me? Now that's where you want to be as tangible and concrete as possible. Only express feelings if there is no tangible and concrete impact. And the tangible and concrete impact is when that happens, I feel that what I'm expressing is not being heard or not being fully received. So that's the impact. And then notice no U's in there, only I's. And then the final thing is, and this is the tricky part, I want to express my desired outcome, my desired result, but without telling the other person what to do or how to do it. Well, how do I do that? Well, express the desired result. Is this when I'm speaking, I would like to have full attention on this stuff. Again, no use. I'm not telling the other person what to do. I'm not telling them to put down the phone. I'm telling what I want my experience to be, which is I want to have full attention when I'm expressing something important. So an impact statement is you express what you observe, what you see, what you hear, what a video camera would see. You express the tangible and concrete impact on you. And finally, what your desired result is without telling them what to do or how to do it. Now, why is that more effective than an iMessage? Because every one of us, and this gets back to, you don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. That was my middle son's favorite expression whenever we tried to do something. You're not the boss of me. See, we all want, as individuals, no matter how we are in a relationship, and relationships are all about kind of this we-ness, but nevertheless, there's always a me-ness, not mean, me-ness, meaning that, what does that mean? That means we have autonomy and we have agency. Every adult wants and desires and autonomy and agency. What does that mean? That means I'm my own person and I get to choose what my behavior is. So what an impact statement does that an iMessage does not is it gives the other person the agency, the opportunity to make a choice to either perform some response to some behavior change that will give me what my desired express is. And I haven't told them what to do or how to do it. And so they have complete range of possibilities. Now, in some cases, there may not be many options, but that's not on me. That's really pretty much on them. In other words, I have given my partner, the other person, complete agency over how they are going to choose to meet my needs. In other words, I haven't taken away their choice by making a demand or telling them what to do. I've given them the opportunity to make a choice, basically to make me happy, to meet my clearly expressed need. And how they do it, that's completely up to them. So they get the opportunity to give it as a gift, or as Selwa Said, my wonderful mentor, used to say, as a memnoon. And she also liked to say, so they can do it with the joy of a small child feeding the ducks. In other words, instead of reacting to a demand, they can respond to a request, not by saying, okay, this is something I have to do, but by something that I choose to do. So if you like iMessages, let me know in the comments. I'm absolutely open to hearing how wonderful iMessages are and how they work for you. I've expressed how they don't work for me and how an impact statement is something which is much more effective in my experience. Let me know your comments, and I look forward to hearing from you.